We're live. Frank, you were here in less than 4 seconds. Legend. There he is. This is gotcha day. He knows it too. Yeah, you're being a good boy, huh, Chester? Yeah, Chester. Oh, you're so noble. I'll wait for some people to get in here. Hope everyone enjoyed the episode I accidentally released today. I've been so caught up with work and travel. I worked an event this past weekend in Stratton, Vermont. And I thought today was Tuesday for some reason. So uploaded the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely, I think, one of my favorite episodes, honestly. Cow Tomcat, good morning. 4 a.m. there. I believe you live in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere in that neck of the world. But yeah, everything is good. Been staying busy with work and life. It's definitely been overwhelming. I've been doing a lot of client work the last 2 months and just trying to balance all my video editing in between travel and then also making otter camp episodes for you guys to watch. So it has been hectic to say the least. Thailand, cool. But yeah, everything is going pretty well. The next episode, oh yeah, Frank said, great video, must have been satisfying to get rid of that stuff. It was so satisfying. That pile had just been getting bigger and bigger ever since I started pulling apart the pole barn. And there's just so much trash. That was like everything that was inside the woodshed. So to have to look at that thing every time I was up there and see it, it definitely was a big weight off the shoulders, getting rid of it. It stunk too. I don't know what was in there, but it was so stinky. I'm sure there's tons of mice living in there, but there's definitely some chemicals or something that was gross. So it was super cool to get rid of. Maria said, hey there from Amsterdam. That's one of my favorite places in the world. Melissa asked, did you have to pay any extra for the metal? The metal removal episode is probably in 2 or 3 episodes from now. I got a trailer that was for scrap metal. Oh, sorry, you're asking about the stuff that I put in there. No, I didn't end up getting charged for any of the little metal stuff I put in there or the riding lawnmower, snow blower. I was told those are okay as long as there's no gas or oil in them. So I think I actually got some money back because I didn't exceed the weight limit or basically get to the point that they were at for weight levels. Tammy asked, did Chester get better after having his throw up? Next time you should have him a seat cart with cushion. He was fine. When I get on the back roads, I like to haul ass, and I was in a rush to get to the land that day, and I didn't take into account that I had fed him a full can of Fancy Feast probably an hour before that, so unfortunately he did puke, but that's the only time I've ever seen him puke. He does cough up hairballs, but that was the only time he's puked, and I did have a seat cover on, so I just shook the seat cover out and put it through the wash. So that was good. Where's Your Royal Highness? Today is 1 year anniversary since I brought this little boy home. And he is happy. I don't know if he knows it. He likes doing this. He puts his support paws against my chin, maybe so I can't kiss him or because he likes to have a little control over me, as always. But he's such a good boy. He's doing well. Ernie, on the other hand, he's been like, I don't want to say sneezing, but he's been breathing weird through his nose, and I think he's beginning to get a little bit of a respiratory infection. He had some yellow gunkies come out of his nose, so I scheduled a vet appointment for next week for him. I do think it's probably something to do. I've heard cat litter can create respiratory issues with cats. I changed litter, and I have the litter robot now, so I think there'll be less dust and particulate getting kicked up. What do you think, Chester? You're such a good boy. Look at you. You're so handsome. You know it, don't you? I feel bad because I didn't get Chester a birthday cake or nothing. I've just been so busy with work. But he's getting all the lovings. He's going to get a nice dinner today, and Dad's going to play with him for a couple hours later. Make sure he gets his yayas out. Oh, what are you doing? All right, let me scroll up because I already see a couple questions. Wake Up asked, how's the litter robot going? Well, at first the cats were not using it, but that's my own fault because I left their original litter bins there. But when I got back, I just didn't want to leave for the weekend and have them shit everywhere and have my dad have to deal with it. But when I got back, I got rid of these two, which is what they're using, and they've been using it. Let's see. We open this. Yep, there it is. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with the thing. It's hands-free, honestly. You get it set up and they crawl in there, they do their business, and once that bag gets full, you empty it. So dream come true for me. Definitely. I don't like breathing in all the dust and stuff. Chester likes it too, don't you, buddy? He's always super curious about him. I see him like standing on the stoop with his head in the window. What are you doing, huh? Got a nice little mat that came with it. So that's the setup. This is the type of litter I use, except I stopped using the Fresh and Clean. I'm using the red one. I don't know if anyone else uses that. The litter robot, I believe, was $6.99. This is the newest one, the Litter Robot 4. What do you think, Chester? What do you think? Chester's butt is good. We haven't had any dingleberries as of late. I've also removed his dry food feeder so he's not just chonking down all day. But he's doing good. Little Ernie's over here. You're a good boy, aren't you? Yeah. Can I pet you? Oh, you're so handsome. Sorry, I'm super shaky. Oh, he's such a good boy, Ernest. Yes. Oh, he's such a good boy. Feels like you got a little scab behind your ear. Did Chester beat you up? Oh, I love how Ernie keeps his paws. Tucks them in. Chester. So those two are doing good. And I'm going to look at a UTV tomorrow. I'm going to go skiing and I'm going to go look at a UTV. I decided as much as I want a tractor, I didn't want to commit to a monthly payment of $800 plus a month. And I figure a UTV will allow me to transport stuff around the field and the land. It has 4-wheel drive. I'll be able to drive down to the river with the UTV once I clear a couple more trees. And it's a 4-seater, the one I'm looking at, and there's miles and miles of trails in proximity of my land. So it would offer some fun, and it would also be a work vehicle. So definitely looking forward to that. Gonna go look at that tomorrow. I'm scrolling up to see what you guys said. Gay said, my cat has been sneezing for 4 days, no gunk, thinking dry indoor air in winter and maybe litter dust. Yeah, I think that might be the case for Ernie because it is so dry here in Vermont during the winter. My friend that actually works at the vet, it's one of my best friend's girlfriend, she suggested running a hot shower and getting steam in there and just letting him sit in the bathroom so he could absorb some of that. What are you doing? You're so sassy. You want food? Huh? Tucked in paws, I call loaf position. Okay, I like that. Loaf position. I'll start using that term. Jennifer Baker said, I was watching a groomer and she said a really bad case of mites could cause the ear fold. Maybe that happened to Ernie. Never knew that. I would wager a guess that it's probably a combination of cat battles and the cold, but you never know. It could be ear mites too, because when I found Chester, he had bad ear mites. So we just will probably never know, unfortunately, but he's safe and healthy now. So that's all that matters. Lysine. Christine said, my cats have been sneezing too when spring and summer is here. I've heard that rescues add lysine to Feral's food, which helps the immune system and somehow controls the sneezing and coughing. I'll have to look into that. I did get some paste that Chester has been eating. I've mixed it in with his food and Ernie's, and it's supposed to help with hairballs because Chester was just hacking like crazy the last month. Ernie's appointment is next Thursday. But hopefully I can use the humidity. I actually have a humidifier, so I'll turn that on in the living room, and maybe that'll nip it in the bud because the vet is so damn expensive. Let's see, what else? What else is new? I just got this painting from a friend of mine here in Vermont. His name is Eric. He's extremely talented. And if you're on Instagram, you can follow him at Flow and Oak. This is his Instagram handle. Wow, I'm so shaky today. But yeah, if you like beautiful artwork, I would recommend following him. And he does do commissions, and he sells a lot of artwork. So any friend of mine is somebody worth supporting. Let's see. Lysine. Okay, it sounds like multiple people are confirming lysine is something I should look into. Chester's poking into the litter robot. What are you doing? Have you used it yet? I don't know if it's you or just Ernie. Oh, you want food, don't you? Should we give you a little dinny? A little din-din? Let's do it. Want some food? Chester. Alrighty. I'm gonna give him a little fancy feast. Get the boy dialed in. The boys. Tonight's dinner is turkey feast sliced in gravy. He's already down there. He's rubbing against my legs. He knows what's coming. Holistic doctor here takes phone calls, lets you know. Christine said maybe the enclosed litter box is causing it, but this is the first time I've used the enclosed litter box. He hasn't been using it. Ernie has not been using it until, Jesus, Chester, you're relentless. Until just yesterday when I moved the other litter boxes. So I don't think that's the cause. I think I was using a cheap. Oh, Chester, you knocked the painting over, you turkey. Chester just knocked my new painting over. But I think it's all right. You trying to destroy Daddy's art? You are a little monster. Your big floofy tail, huh? Yeah, you know what time it is. We'll give you a little late dinner today because it's your birthday. Yeah. Don't touch that one. All right, let's get the signature Chester run. Ready? Come on. Down he goes. Yeah, that's the painting you just knocked over, you dingus. Go. Yeah, he's a good boy. There you go. I gotta give your brothers food before you bully him and take it. Everything looks all right. And let's see what Ernie does. Ernie. You ready? Come here. You want it? Come down here. This is where he put his food. He likes to eat underneath the couch. Go get it. Yeah, he's so cute. Get it. He's taking the back way. Get it, Ernie. He's just so skittish. He's just watching me. There he goes. you doing? Keep eating your food. I have noticed Chester has not been wolfing down all of his food, which is kind of weird because he normally just gorges himself. It's probably because he's been eating dry food. But all things considered, he seems very healthy. Look at his little musk ox fur. He's so perfect. This is what the people want. See the little ham bone. The little birthday boy. Look at those big bites. Jennifer said his coat is so different in the summer. It really is. It's wild. Like even the episode that I released today, if you look at him, he looks so much more streamlined. Way less chonky and fluffy, which is for good reason, because obviously he'd be sweating his little balls off. They're the balls that don't exist anymore. Maria asks, got a question. With the amount of all your photos and footage, both personal work, how do you store all your data? Does it cost a lot? I don't store it in the cloud. I'd love to do cloud storage because it'd be accessible from anywhere, but I have thousands upon thousands of gigs of storage. Like, let's see. This is how I do it. These are G Drive. This is a 36 terabyte hard drive, so that's 36,000 gigs. And I probably have 3 of these and then a million other hard drives. And then I have them in different physical locations. So I have one at my mom's house in case there's a house fire. I don't lose all my content. That's like the scariest thing about using cameras is preserving your content for the long run. It's like all it takes is this thing crapping out and then I could lose everything. But luckily I have it triple backed up, so. Because I have learned the hard way and had hard drives crash. In fact, when I was in Mexico about 3 weeks ago for the rally shoot, everything I had shot was on one hard drive. And normally I'd back it up every night onto a second hard drive, but we didn't have time because we would get home at like 11 or 12 and then be back on the road at 4 in the morning to shoot. And the hard drive I was using began to crash, so I had to stay up till 4 in the morning and individually transfer each clip to another hard drive, because that's all it could do. If I tried to transfer a folder, the hard drive would just overheat and shut down, which was terrifying because I'm on a paid gig shooting video and I'm responsible for that content, and I almost lost it all. And there would be no video, which is what I've been working on the last 2 weeks or so, is the recap story piece, which will be on Connor's YouTube channel. We're shooting to release it on Friday, so if anyone wants to see what the Mexico trip was like, it will give you a very good insight into where I was and what I was capturing. I'm trying to think about what else to talk about. I don't know, I'm just so caught up in work right now. My brain is not thinking about the land. But yeah, I'm super excited to potentially get a side-by-side UTV. That'll be a game changer for the land. It'll be cool too for the Eclipse weekend if I have that, because I can go on some cruises with all my buddies. And yeah, Jennifer said, don't forget you're going to make a community post to remind us. I actually did make a post yesterday talking about Chester's birthday, and then the lower part of it said I'd be going live today, but I do apologize if you missed that. I might go live again later this week. That'll be determined on how much work I get done. But that's pretty much what's going on with me. I hope everyone enjoyed today's episode. Removed so much garbage, cleared the land, and got one step closer. So, Jane Doe, tell us about your love life. It's non-existent right now. I'm focusing on me right now. Ever since I broke up with Hannah, I'm just trying to focus on making money to build the land up and take care of my kitties and my personal health. So there's not much love life to speak of right now. But time will tell. Oh, Jennifer said make a post about the Mexico video. Yes, I will do that. And I will link Connor's channel so you guys can get to it. Christine said the cliff jumping is crazy, but I love watching it. Well, I'll certainly have more of that for you guys this summer. There'll be more time to frolic and enjoy the waters, and I'll definitely do some episodes with my friends where we go to the local swimming holes, and I'll get a lot more underwater shots and make it a little more linear. I feel like that episode with Carl, I was just so caught up in showing my friend the land. I didn't really pay much attention to filming, so it kind of jumps around a lot. There's not a lot of, what am I looking for? There's not a lot of context for where we're going or why we're going here, what we're doing. So in the future, when I do more cliff jumping videos, I'll kind of be more in depth and talk about how we safety check spots and swim down with goggles and make sure there's no logs, rocks, rebar, and rock quarries, stuff like that. And just kind of talk more about what cliff jumping means to me and why it's so fun. Frank asked, Chester likes to hang out with me on the land. Does he ever disappear? He does disappear, but it's normally just underneath the trailer because that seems like the cat hangout spot underneath the party trailer. Sometimes he'll frolic, but now that I have the field mode, he usually stays within eyesight of me. Like, he just likes to be close to Dad, so it's nice because I don't know if I'd bring him up there if he just disappeared and then came back at the end of the day. I'd be scared. What do you think, Chest? Any other questions? Jane said, any kind of jumping into water, you can't see the bottom, terrifies me. I would rather jump into somewhere where I can't see the bottom because I know it's deep, but I totally understand what you're saying. Cliff jumping is definitely not for everybody, but it's a good feeling because you step off the cliff and you have like a second or two in the air, depending on how high you fall from, to just be like, holy shit, I'm kind of flying right now. So Valentina asked, do you plan to plane? I don't know if you mean planing wood. Is that what you mean? I'd like to get a wood mill eventually so I can cut down trees on my land and turn them into nice wood that I can use to build cabins. So that's definitely a goal of mine. I do know mills are like 12 to 15 grand or more, and they're usually hard to find because they're always getting bought. The availability is pretty low, but I'm definitely gonna buy one. Patricia asked, are you going to post more of your adventure videos? The haunting buildings are fascinated. I am. I've just been so busy with work the last 2 months. I barely feel like I'm keeping my head above water. I'm just trying to stay sane. And I do editing work all day, sitting in front of a computer. So I will definitely do some more abandoned videos. It's just a matter of me balancing my time and work and all that stuff. Soviet Union defector asked, how is your weather? Is the snow gone? It was gone, and then we got 2 feet of snow on Saturday, so the land is very much covered in snow and the rest of Vermont, which at this point I'm kind of over. I'm over winter. I'm ready for spring. I want to be able to do projects on the land. I want to, as Valentina asked, do I plan to plant anything? I want to plant some apple trees, make a little orchard. I want to transplant some smaller spruce trees from the back of the field along the woods line and move those up to the road frontage so I can start to create a natural fence line. So there'll be a lot of plant work this year. If I have time, I'm going to do a raised bed and use that pile of topsoil that's behind where the crack shack was and plant a lot of low maintenance veggies like onions, carrots, potatoes, stuff like that. I'd like to grow some stuff. It's hard to really say what I'll be able to do this year or what will come first because I have a lot of projects in mind, but getting that side by side will be a great help, and it'll help transport stuff around the land, and definitely got some cool stuff coming. I will plant a catnip bush, Jane. I will definitely do that. Frank asked if there's any update on the septic. I sent out the check. Lonnie found a location to do it. He's just in the midst of drafting the septic design, which he will submit to the state of Vermont. So no updates on that since the last live, but I'm sure we'll have that figured out in the next 2 months, and I'll have a rough idea of where it's gonna go, and I can start to figure out if I can squirrel away enough money to pay for all that. Jane said, I can't wait to watch you build a house. I can't wait to build a house. I've got so many ideas and things I want to do. Jan Everts, great comment. Hey, Justin, cut down on the F word. I'm sorry if you don't like hearing it, but I am who I am, and I'm not going to stop saying the F word. I know that probably doesn't make you happy, but that's just who I am. So, I'm sorry. Gordon Ramsay says the F word all the time. He's massively successful and well-liked. I'm not going to change who I am. Is JoJo home? Joey is not home right now, unfortunately. He's with my little brother. I don't really know what else to talk about, guys. My mind is on too much other stuff. I've got so much work to get done. But I do appreciate everyone tuning in. Heather said I'm from Rhode Island. The F-bomb is a normal way of speaking. Yep. Yeah. Maria asked, is your dad going to perform for us live one day? Maybe I'll plan a live around him practicing guitar sometime, and he can play you guys some tunes, because he's definitely a very skilled musician, so it'd be cool to share that with you guys. Tammy said, can you get a kiddie pool, put it in your place? I don't know how my dad would feel about a kiddie pool in my house. Christine said, don't burn yourself out. Do work first, then vlog. I often hear many vloggers I watch that it's time consuming. I get the editing. I used to do it, but as a job. Yeah, that's why all of this stuff's backlogged, so I don't feel the need to like force myself to go film an episode. And if for some reason I don't have an episode to release some week, I won't release one. I'm just kind of going at my pace, so that's about it with that. 73 people in here. I'm flattered. I am flattered. Do I have siblings? I have a half brother who's 17, and I have an older blood brother, full blood, that is 38. Maybe Gordon Ramsay can come visit me on the land. Yeah, maybe he can. We can make wild boar stew. Am I traveling this week? I am not traveling this week, so I finally have some downtime at home to gather my thoughts, rest up, and hopefully let my mind and body recover and go up to the land and get some stuff done. So it'd be nice to not travel for 2 weeks. I think my next travel is to Austin, Texas for MotoGP motorcycle race in the middle of April, so that'll be sweet. Heather, you're definitely from Rhode Island. She's getting another Narragansett. Will we ever see your brothers? Probably not on live, but my little brother was in one of the first Otter Camp episodes when my dad came up there to see it for the first time. My little brother was in that episode. My older brother is extremely busy with his work life and life in general, but hopefully we can get him up there this summer for a camp out and a little episode and show you guys some of his essence. He's a very cool and great person, so I'd love that. Patricia asked, will I ever take Ernie back up to the land? I don't think so. I just think I would have to recapture him. He doesn't come when called. He doesn't follow me around. He's not like Chester, so I'd hate to bring him back up there and just totally shock his system and be like, what the heck happened? I've been inside for the last 6 months and now I'm back in my hell or heaven. I'm sure he enjoyed being out there, but he definitely did not have enough food and was eating birds, so I don't think Ernie will be going back out there, but once he warms up to me, maybe I'll get a harness on him and take him for some walks. And if he ever does fully come around and sticks to me like glue, and then maybe I'll bring him up to the land and let him free range and hunt some rats and birds again. You love checking out the litter robot, huh? You want to play? Come here. This is Chester's favorite toy. Get it. Get it. Come here. You are so cute. You are so cute. Yeah, you're so cute. Oh, He's definitely fast for a big boy. I like putting it on his butt, and he freaks out and does the lower legs where he grips it. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hmm? Patricia said it's awesome you brought them into your life. It's one of the best things. I agree. These cats have definitely changed my life. I would say the only downside to having them is I feel guilty when I travel, but distance makes the heart grow fonder, so. Paul Hill, I'm not sure I've ever seen you in a live, but I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you appreciating the progress on the land. Maria asked if I'm going to build the catio for the cats. I'm probably going to build one, but it's going to be scaled down because when I told my dad my full concept, he was not as stoked on the idea because it'll look like a jail outside his window where he works from his desk. But we're going to figure something out so Ernie can get outside and enjoy, not be stuck inside all the time. You're over it, aren't you? Look at your floof. You're so floofy. Get it. Good boy. My dad does watch the kitties when I travel. He is the kitty master, and thankfully I got that litter robot, so now he doesn't have to clean up shit. Ernie does not. Christine asked if Ernie plays with toys. He just gets scared. Anytime I put a toy near him, he just runs off and hides underneath the couch. There he is. Well, kind of just having a brain freeze right now. I don't really know what else to talk about. I've got too much on my mind, too much work to do. A little stressed out as usual, such is life. But if anyone has any last brain busters or questions, fire them off and I'll try and answer your questions. My mullet's still going strong. It's getting a little longer now. Might have to tune it up here soon. And if you just joined the live, which is towards the end, you can just rewatch it because these all get saved on my YouTube. So fear not, it is not disappearing into the ether. I hope everyone has a great week. Maybe I'll go live on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll have my Mexico video editing work done by then and I can be a little more relaxed and attentive to ideas and things coming up on the land. But yeah, just taking it day by day and trying to make money so I can build a dream and share it with you guys on YouTube. So I appreciate everybody that follows along on this journey and is supportive and appreciates my work ethic and my cats and my sense of humor. And there certainly will be much more to come, so fear not. This year will be a great year for Otter Camp with a lot of cool projects, and it won't all be demo-oriented. In fact, it'll probably not be demo-oriented at all, aside from some little muscular projects. So I hope everyone has a great week. Sending my love, and yeah, I'll post some videos this week of Chester and hopefully Ernie. It's not as easy to get videos of Ernie. I know people are like, where's Ernie? Where's Ernie? He's laying on the couch or under it. Paul Hill asked, would it not have paid you to fix the machines that Richard left on the land? You know, someone commented that earlier, and as much as I would have loved to spend the time doing it, I'm just, between all my travel for work and life's responsibilities and all the demo work I had to get done, it didn't seem feasible. And I'm a bit of a clean freak and I don't want shit just sitting out there rotting on the land. So I got rid of them. I'm sure there's a chance they could have been revived, but at the same time, they're pretty rusted out. And yeah, I mean, that can be a wormhole. You could fix it, clean the carb, it works, or you could spend a week trying to fix an old machine. And at the end of the day, time is money, especially in my case. If I'm wasting time on stuff, I could be making money for the bigger picture, my well, my house, all that stuff by video editing the projects that I've gotten paid to go shoot. So I know some of the things seem wasteful to dispose of, but I already kept enough artifacts and wood stoves and things from Richard, and I just got to a point where I need to focus on filling that land up with my possessions. So unfortunately, I didn't take into account that those potentially could have been fixed, but ultimately I don't think I would have had the time. And if you drive around rural Vermont, there's a million properties that are just covered in rusted out snowmobiles and lawn mowers, and that's not my vibe. I do not want to have garbage all over my property. I want a perfectly clean piece of land that I can sit out front of my house and have peace of mind and nothing to clutter it. So I once again appreciate all you guys tuning in. I wish the best for all of you and your kitties, animals, whatever you have. I hope everyone enjoyed my little snake catching in today's episode. That was a highlight for me. I love snakes and reptiles, and I will probably follow up and be on live either later this week or definitely next week. James asked, are you still not smoking the good stuff? I've been good. I do not smoke weed every day. I do treat myself once in a while and smoke a joint here and there, but yeah, I've cut that crutch out of my life. So it's nice not to have to wake up and get high every day, and more energy to focus on the things that are important. So with that being said, love you guys. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, all 74 of you. And if you're tuning into this late, it will be on YouTube after this finishes, and you can start it from the beginning. And Chester says thanks for all the love, and so does Ernie. Appreciates everybody. And yeah, over and out. Thanks, guys.